Right, folks, so I'm going to do a wee short lesson. Um, this is going to be aimed at the more intermediate player, or i.e., somebody who is familiar with a minor pentatonic scale, which is it's one of the most basic scales used for soloing. If you don't know it, Google it, and you'll get tabs for it. I'm not going to go through it now. There's also 4 pentatonic shapes. So if you're just familiar with that one, I strongly advise learning the others. They go all the way up the neck. And it's just the same 5 notes basically in different positions. So Google that as well. So today I'm going to talk about playing outside of the pentatonic box. A few people, whenever they've heard of been doing teaching or seen me playing gigs, people have asked me this question in particular: how do you sort of move outside it? To be honest, it's not mad rocket science, although you can really confuse yourself in your head about how to approach it. You know, you can be thinking, do I have to learn a million scales? What do I do? Firstly, no, you don't have to learn a million scales. The way I like to add a bit of colour and maybe playing over a blues or a rock song or something like that is just moving slightly outside of the box. So if this is the box, analysing your options in and around it so you don't have to move too far. So if we take a chord progression like this, something quite simple, it's A7 to D7. So that's like the 1 on the 4 of a blues, very common in songs. Something that is nice to know how to solo over. So firstly, a very basic way you can play over that is just by using the minor pentatonic. So there's nothing wrong with that. It sounds cool, like. Well, I think it gets boring after a while. It's only 5 notes at the end of the day, and you know, if you're playing solos like that for a few years, so you want more, you know. So a few ways you can get more out of that shape. When playing this, so it's an A7, A dominant 7. So instead of just playing over that, throw in this note. So that's the major third of that A7. So it'll sound a bit like this. So if you learn if you take the pentatonic licks you already know and throw that note in somewhere, obviously throwing in an extra note there lick will mess up your timing a bit, but I trust you can work it out. So over this chord then, we're doing basically the same concept. We're highlighting the third. So the third of the D7 is this note here, which is an F sharp, and it is the natural 6th of A. So you're basically playing, if you don't know what this means, it's cool. You're basically playing like a Dorian sort of feel, an A Dorian scale when you hit this D7. But you're not actually playing the scale, you're just highlighting the character of that mode, which is the natural 6th. Okay. Basically, when you hit this D7, just throw in this note. So it adds a very sort of, I don't know how to describe it. It's quite a jazzy sort of feel, isn't it? very mellowy sort of sound. So I'll play a solo over them two chords. There won't be a backing track, but hopefully I'll highlight the chords enough that you'll be able to sort of hear where they are in your head. So so that is me just playing minor pentatonic over them two chords. When I'm on the A7, highlight the third of that, which is this note. When I'm on the D7, highlight the third of that, which is in that note. So I'm thinking in the next week or so, I might do some live sessions, like live lessons basically on Facebook or another platform I'm currently looking into. So it's just one idea of how you can go outside the pentatonic box. There's other ways that I may be doing in these lessons. So this is basically like a wee taster. So I hope you find that useful. Anyway, that is me. Cheers.